Okay, so this is first package. Audio isn't probably going to be the best. I'm pretty far from the mic. But just open this. It's the first package from Goodwill in a while. And they kind of jumped up past eBay prices. I kind of think they're becoming the eBay scammers too, man. Like misleading people and shit to think they're getting something better than what they're receiving. And a lot of times I think they're actually up in the bids themselves. Like there was 3 of these. I got this for pretty cheap, right? And the other ones went for almost double the price. And then you look at them, you think this first one, there's a lot of busted foam in here. Trying to keep it in the camera. Okay. You would think, there's 3 of them. So I won this one first. You think the guys were bidding on the second one since it went up to $70-some. That's one of them people. That guy who lost it. That guy who lost it also would bid. Another one, again, starting, just check these out. It's supposed to have a power cord. I think I got some paper. I need some of this paper. I don't know what for, but I need it. And some more bubble wrap, bubble foam and stuff. But you'd think the guy from the second one would have bid it. Oh, nice. One piece of bubble, stuff. Bubble wrap in here. You think the guy who was fighting to get the second one would bid on the third one. You can't see the full names, but you can see the last parts in the beginning or whatever. But that guy didn't bid on the third one. I see that a lot. Okay, no cord. And you can go on Goodwill.com and look at, like at items that are the same. Alright? So you just turn this. And that was going to be high enough. So this is even higher. And you think like someone who didn't win one, they get another opportunity. This thing is not very heavy at all. I kind of don't like it. See, I bought it because it's supposed to have an i7 4790K in it, just 4 gigs of RAM and a Quadra 2000 and like a 240 gig SSD. So that's why I bought it. Trying to figure out where to open it from. It's going to be kind of annoying. And the way the power supply was too had me curious. So this thing, hopefully I could put it in a different case, because obviously where I thought there'd be a liquid cooler up here on the top, you can't tell. You'll see in a minute when I open it. Trying to open it where I don't like cut it out. But you can see here, that's what I mean. Like I thought maybe it had liquid cooling in it. Maybe it still does. Power supply is right here where the cooler should be, and then the graphics card's here. This guy's pretty code. Windows 7 Pro COD on it. Hopefully they upgraded it. Let's get this off here. They had a couple of these. Case doesn't look too bad. I don't know what this sticker is. It's got this sticker on it. Hopefully you can kind of see it pretty good. It's the highest I can get it. I'm going to cut the film anyways after I show this. So So once we turn it up, try to turn it on, I'll be in a different position. So yeah, we got two USB 2.0 plugs, two USB 3.0s on the front, microphone, headphones, power button, which is a weird feeling button. Power, it says power HD reset, so the power button's lights are underneath here, DVD ROM, and it says BOXX. I kind of like the case, looks pretty nice, right? Then on the side you got nothing, it just says product key. Can't even see what it is because one of the numbers are completely gone off of it. Yeah, they like scraped it so you can't reuse it, I guess. Yeah, so open this up right here, I guess. You guys should be able to see it. Yeah, different angle than normal. Okay, just opens up like that. And we are liquid cooled. Cool. It's just in the front. So here the big radiator in the front. We got actually two fans in the front. But one's on top, one's on bottom. Really nice motherboard. It's an Asus motherboard. Yeah. It has a B on the cooler, so I don't know what kind of cooler that is, but this is an Asus Z97. So just take you down from here. Yeah, this is kind of a weird setup. I figured it had liquid cooling because where the position of the power supply was. Looks like aluminum case. At least not by the outside. Yeah, it has two layers of a case. So there's a DVD ROM. I don't know what the wattage of the power supply is, but we do have a couple. We have a 6+2, another 6 pin here, a 6 pin, and another 6+2. That doesn't really mean too much. Here is our SSD. It's an Intel, so it says it is a 300. I don't know if you can see that. 350. What? I have no idea. It says 35666. So 35666 boot. So you could put another SSD in here in this caddy, and then you have slots for a regular hard drive, and then you could get an adapter or drill the holes in this plastic, right? Yeah, kind of make your own out of this, like drill the holes somewhere in here, off a camera right in here, to put more SSDs in it. I don't think this won't have an NVMe in it. Drives are kind of a little tricky to get in and out, but I don't think this is a board that has an NVMe, and it is just 4 gigs. Nice. I do have 3 of these sticks of RAM, so I will have a matching 6 gigs of RAM. Yeah, I don't know about starting this yet. This thing's pretty cool, but let's move this tripod. And yeah, just move this tripod and try to break stuff because it opened up when I closed it. But yes, put you up on the right tripod. No, I don't want to turn it off. I hit the power button. Yes. Where? Okay. So we're back. Sorry, when I put it in the tripod, it hit the power button. I wanted to turn off. I checked it. It said it was recording, but then it just kind of stopped recording. So just try to boot this in. So this does have a weird kind of setup, like the board's actually upside down in here, because this is a top, and you can see here. Right. So the board's actually in here upside down. Yeah, I think I have enough cable room to check this power supply out before I kind of turn this on. I don't think it's that good. I think it's one of these Antec power supplies, and you only have 3 screws actually holding the power supply in. It's not like the missed one. It's just not a screw. There's not even a spot to screw it in. Maybe the back cover. Yeah, that's where the back cover screws in. You see right here, it's kind of sliding in. But the power supply uses that to hold the cover, the side panel on. I'm gonna figure a way to get this to kind of stick better. But all I want to do, you gotta pull this in. Oh, that's freaking terrible. See if I can get away with taking this bar off. Because yeah, I like to see the wattage of it. Oh, no, you can't. Dang it. Are you serious? So's a slider here. So you slide this back, and the power supply is not going to go far enough back without, and there's a tray, a piece of metal blocking this side, so I can't see that side. Yeah, that's a little tricky because you can't really get this out of here. This is as far as I can get it, and all I can see is I can tell is looks like an antique power supply. I don't really want to bend it and mess it up, but see if I take this other screw out from right here and get some kind of thing. Yeah. Move this enough. What do we got? Move this enough. Okay, so what the world? Obviously, leave your comments below if you know this case and you're like, hey man, what are you doing? It's so easy, man. You just do that and do that. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Folds out. And still hooked right here. So what do we have? We have an Antec 550 watt power supply. So not bad. And now we can see the board better, but we don't have an NVMe slot in it. Or yeah, that's kind of weird. I didn't need to have to undo these. Might leave that too tight. So you just take these, none of these screws out, except these two right here, it looks like. But I had to take this off because the little cover here anyways. And this can go in here, and it has these little pieces that stick out. And the power supply looks like it just kind of latches in there. And then you just drop it down. So you just, I guess you just kind of unscrew them, unscrew these. Let's screw these back in so I can show you a little better. Should have looked at that a little better, I guess. I didn't see that. I thought these pieces kind of come apart because you need maybe a longer. They make this for several different computers, so this piece needed to be longer. Yeah, here it's still in frame. But yeah, that's what I thought. Because some manufacturers still make the same piece for multiple computers. So this bar could have been used, for a shorter computer, smaller computer, whatever, or longer. On this case, it wouldn't have been longer because there's not another piece. And obviously, there's no other things to slide this out of and lock in. But you just undo these two screws here, and then you can lift this up. But that wouldn't have given me the power supply. It's still been unscrewed. plate here, plate here. That's kind of nice. You can get to the cooler. And yeah, this was pretty much designed either to have not really good cooling because you need a stock cooler or a super small cooler, or liquid cooling. Just nice to see. And hopefully it fully liquid cooling works. Yeah, it had a name on it and I didn't even read it. Yeah, that's smart. I guess power this up. It looks like it's this front cover is another piece of it. So it has 2 layers. And the vents in here were for the hard drive. That's where I thought, because I couldn't see in the pictures, I thought maybe the radiator had been back here. Case is kind of sharp in the back. Yeah, I thought the radiator would have been mounted up here because this slot here, but that's where the hard drives are, and the radiator's in the front. I'm still stoked it has that. Has a radiator in it, and it's liquid cooled. Long as it works, it's cool. You know. Yeah, that's weird. Long as this works, it's cool. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So there's all that. The screen's already turned on. Don't have my keyboard and mouse around. Well, my mouse here, but not my keyboard. So you just check this out and see if it does anything. Just pan you up. And you'll get the boot. You see the boot off of it. Turn the switch on. Getting the light. So we got a light on the motherboard. So you see what happens when we turn it on. Okay. Do get a power on. You hear the dang DVD-ROM starting up. It was on DisplayPort. Yeah, there we go. We have a post. It says the box. I don't know if that's how you say it. Then it shows right here in the BIOS settings an i7-4790K running at 4 gigahertz. 4 gigs of RAM. It says USB devices 0, 1 keyboard, 1 mouse, 2 hubs. Okay. Then detected this. We have a SATA port. So there's a SSD. There's a hard drive, and it says F1. It says please enter setup. So what the heck did we just miss? Enter setup. F1 to enter setup. Okay. Should have a pretty good motherboard BIOS in here. Pretty clean, right? You see that? Yeah. So on here it says the same thing. Take you down. Hopefully this time I don't actually turn you off. Okay. So here is here's a BIOS screen, and here is our i7-4790K. See, 4 gigs of RAM. Like I said, I have 3 matching sticks to this, and they're 1600. So this computer can have at least 16 gigs of RAM. And there's our 2 drives. You can see it's a 240 gig SSD. Yeah, that's nice. Then it has Ubuntu's on it, right there. Yeah, that's why it's not booting. It's not showing Ubuntu's. I don't know what one to move up. Let's move both of these up, and we could just go in the boot menu and tell it to go to UEFI. See what happens. You're on the screen now. See if we actually get a post. Yeah, leave that in the comments below. Was that the right choice? But by now I said it's actually booting in the Linux Mint. I actually been installing Linux Mint on some older systems. On some older laptops, seems like it does decently, but the laptops are pretty old and slow. But at least it makes them usable. Yeah, and we got the startup menu. No setup behind it. I'm gonna put you back in the tripod, or just you want to better look at it a little bit more. You can't really tell in the dark, and I don't have any flashlights over here to light it up a little better. But yeah, there's that's my It's my fingers, and it's a little bit wider than my fingers. Seems like the fan's pretty quiet in it. So like I said, we have two fans. We got one here, pretty dark. One here, one here. There's a light on, maybe that help. Or not, because it's not in the right angle. But yeah, we have a fan here, no fan in the back, and obviously the power supply is the one sucking the air out. Yeah, because these are all blowing air in. Huh. Yeah, at least they could have stuck a fan somewhere else, and this is kind of weird. It's got the cutout up here. I'll probably put some wrap or something in here to make that black instead of the gray. Or does that look good, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna install probably Windows 10 Pro on this and stick my other 3 sticks of RAM in here and get this to 16 gigs of RAM. And we'll be back. You know, I'll benchmark it, see how it does, check the temperatures and everything. So the only thing I'll really change is I'll add an operating system, but I'll try do both. That's a 240 gig drive, and I can reinstall Linux if I want to, so I'll probably just do a fresh install and not have Linux on it right now. Yeah, so we'll be back once I get Windows installed with all the updates and the benchmarks done, and we can see the temperatures and see if that's liquid cooler is still working. Yeah, okay, we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. These are actually just some screenshots. I took these separate, didn't run them the same as I would normally do. I think it kind of affects the score a little bit. So here is Cinebench R23 on the i7 4790K. So the bottom number there was when I had the test running with all the stuff in the background. You see, you know, trying to run both tests at the same time, this in Unigine Heaven, and monitoring the temperatures, drop the CPU, you know, 400 points. And here is numbers from the video card. It's just Quadra K2000. It's not nothing big, and we're on low settings. We got 43.8 FPS. That's an average. A score of 1,103. Minimum was 27.8. Max was 72.7. You can see there's a i7 4790K, right? So then, did I just turn on the light? Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. And we look at the temperatures now. If we look at the temperatures now, this has been running for a while, so the video card temperature should be high. We'll show that in a minute because I have that running. So we ran Cinebench R23 2 times, and the max CPU temperature we got was what, 62? Yeah, 62C. So the cooler's doing a good job, and you can see where we're at now. Numbers pretty good. Room is what's my ambient temperature? It's pretty low. It is 64.8. That's not true numbers though, because it's just a cheap, just that little cheap clock thing up there that I'm going off of. And just open Unigine Heaven. Just click that. So we got a 43.8. Let's see what we got now. 43.3. So it didn't drop the score too much. So that's kind of margin of error. But guess I'll run the test like that for now on. But we got, with temperature wise, running both this and Cinebench R23 and the temperature monitoring software, it just got a 43.3 score of 1,090. Then you can see the minimums, and there's stuff again, and then you can see Right here, the temperature of the GPU isn't bad. That's not focusing, but it's 57C. This has been running for a while. The test has been done, and I just let it run like I normally do. I do plan on upgrading it to this. I just got it. I haven't even tested it. So this is going to be a separate kind of video of testing it, right? So a separate part, and then we'll come back to this again and see how much better gaming is and see if this actually works. I don't know if it works. I just got it used, you know, for the purpose of this system here. Alright, so I'm going to call it at that. A great night, evening, or whatever. And let me know what you think of this computer and the case and stuff.